Lockdown imposed on the counties of Mombasa, Kwale and Kilifi counties has affected many households that depend on the tourism sector. Although leaders have come up with various strategies like distributing relief food to the residents, the question that is being asked is if this strategy will last. We now join our coast-based reporter Tobias Chanji, who will be speaking with Kilifi South MP Ken Chonga as he tells us the situation of COVID-19 in Kilifi. Chanji, over to you.
As a county, I think Kilifi has been trying as much as possible to mitigate the problem of relief in terms of hunger. And this is all because of what we know, that COVID is here, COVID is real, and so many people have lost their jobs, are working from a house, others do not have jobs. And they have, as a county, has to come up with ways of which they can try to give some relief to those who have been heavily, severely affected. This is actually towards looking on the issues to deal with food, to deal with health, and rain as well, because you know right now it's raining so heavily. The rivers are flooded, and combined with the COVID, now the challenge is so immense. As an MP, I think there is nothing much that we can do apart from maybe try to liaise with the national government to make sure that those challenges which need immediate intervention are addressed. More especially, as I said earlier, the issues of floods and issues to deal with hunger. People are not able to walk out to go and look for jobs. Even the jobs themselves are not there. And at the same time, most of them have the families who need to be fended for. So Kilifi, as a county, initially actually made an appeal to all of us as members of parliament and political leaders to reach out to would-be donors or donors who are available to donate food, so that we can be able to convince them to take the food to the warehouses which had been selected for that purpose. But notwithstanding those efforts that we had already done, there is no way one can be able to satisfy the demand of the hunger that is in right now, most especially at this moment. And I took an initiative that as much as we have donated so much to the county, let me also take another initiative to see whether I can get some more food so that I can reach to the other few who may not be lucky to get this solution. Because not everybody can actually get this food. We do not have that capacity. So for me, on my side, first of all, I decided to sacrifice the entire salary for the month of April to buy this food. Then the family also sat together. They contributed some little money, which we also added towards this stock. I reached out also to some few donors. Sea and Gas is a company which is, refills gas here. They gave us, I think, 100 bales of flour. We have Mombasa Women Association. They gave us 10 bags of rice of 25 kgs. We have Indomie. Indomie is a company that manufactures spaghetti and yeah, things like that.
Okay, then my question will be, this is a region where we've seen high numbers of the elderly being killed. And maybe which plans do you have for the vulnerable, especially the elderly and those who are handicapped?
Tobias, the truth of the matter, the situation that we are in is not selecting who is vulnerable, who is old, who is young, who is able. Because even the vulnerable, they rely on those people who are on their relatives who go to work or who go to the farm so that they can bring food to them. So for us, we are not actually making, we're not having specific target groups. We are target the severely affected persons by the situation that we are in. Of course, we have the vulnerable, we have to address it, we have to consider them. We have widows, we have to consider them. And the aged are actually a priority because if anything happens, then they're the ones we can lose first. So those ones are factored, but we are not leaving behind even those ones who are able or who are still healthy, but they're not able to to get food at this time.
Okay, then lastly, how many households are you targeting today?
For the first round today, we are targeting a minimum of 800 households per ward. That for every one ward have 5 wards. So for the 5 wards, each ward we are targeting 800 households. And this is because we suffered a blow. I'm sorry to say this. We suffered a blow sometimes yesterday, but one, that the warehouse where food was vandalized and a lot of food was stolen. Otherwise, our initial target was to have a minimum of 1,000 households per ward.
Well, thank you, Mheshimiwa, and all the best.
Thank you.
Well, that is Kilifi South MP Ken Chonga just breaking to us about the strategies that members of parliament, also the county government of Kilifi County, has come out with to make sure that all people that are staying here, especially those who are vulnerable, are fed. Back to in studio.
Now, thank you so much, Chanji, for that. Let's move on. And the Kenyan